with God Bless America. Sue on the piano. To say it sounds a lot nicer up here. You can hear everybody. It's a cappella. Roger Whitcomb here this morning. Roger has our invocation.
Lord, as we gather together here this morning in fellowship and service, help us to remember that while we make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. Let the better angels of our natures help us to see beyond labels, beyond accents, gender, or skin color. Help us wash away the ancient grudges, the bitter hatreds held and nurtured over generations. Let us remember that whatever our own situations may be, there is always someone else in greater need. Where there is a starving child, a weeping mother, Rotary is there. Where there is a cataracted eye, a crooked limb, Rotary is there. Where there is a need for medicine, braces, food, Rotary is there. Where there is the sigh of the lonely, the despair of the isolated, Rotary is there. With this in mind, Lord, in an often confusing and troublesome world, instill in each of us the will to make a positive difference in other people's lives. Amen.
Amen. Reach it, brother.
Roger, I'm going to dub that the State of the Union invocation. Thank you. Well done. Okay, Mike, who do we have as guest this morning?
Megan Reed, I think, brought a guest today, Alan Sylvester. Where's Alan?
I'm right here.
Alan.
Hello.
Nice to see you, Alan. Welcome to the Rotary Club. Megan, thank you for bringing it in. And I believe Tony Moyer has three he'll introduce when they do their presentations then. Thank you.
Great. Okay, thanks, Mike. Okay, if you were not here the last 2 weeks, if you could raise your hand, we have Rotary Changes the World pins. That's the theme for this year. We blew through them pretty quick because we're one of the larger clubs and every club gets the same, but Don's going to come around and give you your pin. Also, for those who haven't been here, you'll notice on the table to the right as you walk in the door are the current committee and committee sign-up lists. I'm really, really proud to say, I mean, if you look at these lists, they're filling up. So we're getting some good organization within the committees. Thank you to everyone who is participating through a committee so far. And thanks so much again to the chairs that have stepped up to lead those committees. So on your way out, take a peek at them. Again, for those who haven't been here, and see who's on the committee, what committee you want to be on. Please put your name and your email there. And then one more thing for those who weren't here the last 2 weeks. You know that we have our makeup system right now online. The club assembly was basically a layout of all of the committees with the committee chairs explaining briefly what the committee does. So if you want to have a good makeup, go on there and see that. It's a longer video for sure. It's about an hour long, but it'll give you a good description, especially for those new members that want to learn what the committees do and how they're organized. Did that. Okay, so remember, accounting has begun for the initiative for every member this year. You have until June 30th 1st, 30th of next year, 2020, don't shake your head, Rick, come on, to bring one guest. I'm asking everyone to invite a potential prospect for Rotary to bring him to breakfast. It's an easy pitch. Work on your elevator speech. The change of date, just so everybody knows, I've been announcing that there's a Welcome to Rotary, Welcome to the World of Rotary event at Bravo. That was on August 5th. They did not have very good signups for that, so that has been moved so they can try to get more participation to October 7th, and that's going to be at the Bravo over at the mall. We're learning that some of the emails that are in Club Runner are incorrect. They're being bounced. One of the new members from the East Bend School District Teachers and Professionals membership group, their email is bouncing back, so we have to handle that, Mark, somehow. Also, please read your trumpet. Mike's doing an awesome job. Everything is in there now, so if you have any questions, all you need to do is revert back to your trumpet. And lastly, I got an email from an old friend this week from our 2 presidents ago, Bert Durham, and I want to read to you what he sent to me. Hello, Steve. Hope you and your family are doing well. You're nearly 1 month in on your year as Rotary President. I'm confident the club will reach new heights. Please say hello to everyone for me. The club I joined here is a significant contrast to Emmaus Rotary Club. It's practically brand new, having chartered in June of 2015. We are just 18 members, including 11 women, very young, average age of 35. I'm the oldest member, and quite diverse, with African Americans and Asians comprising just under half of the club's membership. It's cool to be involved with this group of people just beginning the Rotary journey. That said, I deeply miss all of you and the rich, robust experience of an established club and district. And he went on to some other personal stuff, but he ended with, my in-laws still live in Lancaster. I'm definitely going to try to attend a meeting if I'm around on a Thursday a.m. during upcoming visits. So hopefully we'll have a visit from Bert. He's a good dude. Okay, any announcements from the floor? Ralph.
I'd just like to thank everybody who brought in food. We got 2 full boxes of food, and we collected $67 for food bank to buy the ones that are perishable stuff. So we appreciate it, and thank you so much for participating.
Thank you, Ralph. Mark it all.
We had our final poker run committee meeting last evening, and so we're closing the books on that. We netted $5,000, which we'll be presenting to Tales of Valor August 15th at the meeting here. So I do want to thank everyone again for being either on the committee, or volunteering the day of, or being a sponsor, or donating. You know, it takes a lot of people to pull something like that together. The group did agree to want to continue and do it next year, so look for information whenever we start meeting sometime in the next calendar year. So thank you, everybody.
Awesome. And just again, remind everybody that we do have 3 fundraising committees now, which are back there. And what's great about what's happening with the fundraisers, they're spread amongst the year pretty evenly. So we're really making strides with raising money. Mike.
A couple of things. First of all, thanks to everyone who came out to the Remembrance Garden to work last weekend. It's a godsend to us to have a group come out. I really do appreciate that. Secondly, just a reminder, next week, speaking of food, is Plant a Row Week. If you have a garden, you have some things to donate, next week is the week to bring those things in. Right now, the cucumbers, tomatoes, beans, lettuce, all those things are rolling in. So just make sure you wash them up real well, put them in a plastic bag, and bring those in. And third thing, with the newsletter, with these activities that we're having, make sure you take some pictures and send them to me. What I've done in the newsletter, you'll see there's 2019-20 July. Unfortunately, you can't put folders into each of those lines. Now I have to do an August one, so you'll see in the website, it'll go by month. So whatever we have in August, send me pictures. I'll throw those in, and we'll have those all for the end of the Rotary year then. Thank you.
Okay, Jim.
So once in a while, people are looking around for a contact, a phone number, or address, or email address for a member, and you can get that on your smartphone. It's in the trumpet, but basically what I could do is, I don't bother to demonstrate it, but literally in one click after I've sent my password, I can push my Club Runner app, and up comes a list of the roster. Your name, your address, your email, your phone number. The instructions are in the trumpet this past week. I suggest you get that.
Just jumping off of that, do we have a date set for, okay, so keep your eye on the trumpet. We're going to be having a presentation on the Club Runner. We're going to throw it up on the screen. What's that? August 29th. You're missing out if you don't know your login. If you don't know your login and you want to try to mess around in Club Runner before the August 29th presentation, which we're going to go through everything, you can get in touch with Mark Earl or Jim Holmquist.
You
Okay?
just log into Club Runner to find my phone number to call me to figure out how to get in.
Perfect. And you can always email me, and then I can email them and say, please contact them. So keep that in mind, and I think what we'll also do is we'll go through the app, because that app is pretty awesome. I mean, it's, you're always scrambling trying to find people's information. Karen.
Directly after this meeting, we're having a community services committee meeting. Should only take half an hour, so we appreciate the people who mark themselves down for community service
Perfect.
attend. We'll probably just do it by mistake.
And the list is right back there, so you can make sure that everybody's
Okay,
here.
thank you.
All right, anyone else? Megan.
So just a reminder that Friday, August 23rd is our first fellowship event. We're going to the Iron Pigs game. It's only $15 a ticket, and that also includes access to the party patio for a 2.5 hour buffet and soft drinks. So a little something extra for everyone to enjoy. There's 25 seats, so first come, first serve. Mark Earl and his wife Michelle are first come, first serve. So thank you, Mark. That's
Don't
awesome.
let that discourage you from
If Mark's going, you know it's going to be a fun time. So come see me, Ashley, or I volunteered Dawn as one of those people, just so you know, Dawn, to take names and money.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you there.
Thanks, Megan. All right, anyone else? Okay, who has a wrap-up? Chuck Twist.
All right, let's go to Megan's guest first.
Are we wrapping up any garlic or anything this morning?
Actually, I was going to announce garlic is in, so if people want to place their orders, it's free. I have no guarantees as to quality, but it's grown right from up the road here, just down this road and up to Milford, so just pick a ticket. There you go. And whoever has 711536. 536, John.
So close. Sorry. 537. Next time.
Next time.
There's another one here.
Okay. 5, 4, 4.
Well, let's turn here.
Please keep your comments to yourself.
Tax return. Coming back. All right, now it's hot money. All right. This last one. Any other lawyers here today?
545.
Jim Palmquist wants to be a lawyer.
One in the Navy, but not a.
He's an attorney's.
All right, Sarge, are you ready?
I believe I am.
All right, take her away.
Does everybody know what acapella means?
Steve doesn't.
Saying it sounded really good up here was acapella. Now, my understanding of acapella is without accompaniment.
Yeah, that is correct.
So, I I don't know, Sue, what you're doing up here, but Steve says we're a cappella, so he's leaving with his fine money. We'll get him later. JP, you were a little bit late today. You will owe for that. I love your coat. I love your no socks. But I think my socks are better than yours.
I don't have any socks on.
That's what I know. Okay, so you still owe fine.
Yes, I'm wearing driving moccasins.
Driving moccasins. Got it. Got it.
Please,
Yeah, oh, is that how they do it?
that is how.
Okay, good. Raynoch is a, okay, got it, I understand. I got some fines for people leaving early, some other people coming in late. Let's go right, I mean, I have good money. Happiness, is there happiness going on here? Go.
All right, so if you want to have a real Americana experience, I would suggest go to the Kutztown Produce Auction. It's out in Kutztown. And, you know, we're collecting food for various things. You can get food for a great deal there. And it's all freshly picked by the local Mennonite farmers. Wear your straw hat suspenders. They'll put you on a tractor, take you out to the field to work also. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday, 9 a.m. Get some great fruit and vegetables.
So following up on the invocation by Roger, stole my thunder here. The Rotary is there. I want to thank everyone in this room and the entire club for helping us out volunteering time at the Feed the East Penn Students Program. It's been an incredible success. We have next week, and it's all been covered, and I'm sure you all saw the club runner email came out frantically by me. We needed to cover this week. Unfortunately, long story, but you all came through. I really appreciate we enough coverage, so I can't thank you enough, and it's incredible how Rotary steps up to the plate, and this club particularly. So thank you all.
I have $2 happy. I'm going on vacation on Saturday to the Bahamas with my 2 sons. And
It's only worth 2?
yeah, one for each.
Oh.
I'm paying for them after all.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I'm just keeping my fingers crossed about the weather because there may be some hurricanes. So think about it.
Megan?
I have some happy dollars. I don't know how many. Like 4 happy dollars. Because I'm happy to have my new friend Alan with us today. Alan and I got a chance to meet at the Emmaus Main Street Partners little video shoot that we're doing for to bring awareness to the downtown, and he did the videos and photography for it, and it was really fun. So thanks for joining us. Happy to have you.
I have the last $3 in my possession because, Joe, you don't have to be a Mennonite to go to Kutztown Produce Market. That's where I met my garlic, so now even half Irish people like me in there. So I was away for a couple of weeks. Wife and I went over to the first Yankees-Red Sox game in London. With all the efforts I put into it, the Yankees still won. Sorry, Mark Bodell. Despite my best efforts. Pardon me?
Thank you for your donation.
That's all right, yes, I made quite a few donations. I was over there, highlighted by the fact that our hotel room, somehow or another, overlooked an alley where there was a gay male strip club that emptied at 3 o'clock in the morning. No, we didn't attend. My $2 is because I'm the epitome of divorce, father, guilt. So 3 days after a week away with my wife, I went back over to Edinburgh and Ireland with my 2 children, and I can advise you as to how to be prepared to pay for all sorts of damage costs to the left front tire of the rental car you have when you're driving in Ireland and England that I sustained. And lastly, my thanks to Sue for covering for me, and Joanne a week before that when I was supposed to be and Megan for returning a $34 check which got mailed to her for the reimbursement from attending the conference. So those are the last $3 that I have right now.
That's a lot. I have 2 happy dollars. This coming weekend I'm riding in my bike race, 100 miles. I'm fundraising for it, and I had 2 Rotarians reach out and donate to my cause. So thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Definitely will need prayers and thoughts. Severely underprepared for this, but really excited. And then my other happy dollar is I just got back from vacation with my sister, and we
absolute great time. We were in Oklahoma and Missouri, which is very random, but it was a really great time.
I have my fines for my being late and my no socks. And I had a quick story I forgot to tell. As you know, 2 weeks ago I took the family to Bethany Beach. I want to say it was Thursday, nice day. James is in the water on the boogie board. My wife's reading a magazine. I'm just zoned out. Looking around like, where's Catherine? And I said, she's up at the condo. What's she doing up at the condo? Apparently beach time is too boring. She's up working the phones, organizing her coalitions and bargaining with people to get them out of the upcoming student government race in October for the 8th grade school year. God forbid she not be president of the student body 8th grade. So I got like text from parents like, do you know your daughter offered my son the secretary position if he drops out of the presidency?
My God.
Apparently there's no time off for Catherine.
So evidently she got her work ethic from Sarah.
But the duplicity from her father.
I'll give you that.
One last quick announcement, in case you don't know it, there's a golf tournament coming up. September 9, there's flyers on your tables. We're still looking for a main event sponsor, but things are rolling along and we have a little over a month to get it all together. Piece of cake.
Great. Okay, we have one more fun thing to do. Actually, we have 3 more fun things to do, but the first fun thing we're going to do is we're going to recognize birthdays. Courtney, who do we have?
All right, we've got birthdays. Please stand up when I say your name. We have Barry Newhart on August 4th. Yeah. Alexa Shellcross, August 9th. Alicia, she here, August 10th. Oh no. How about Paul? Paul Sarver, August 10th.
We're all celebrating their birthday.
Michael Zambelli, August 12th. Oh, what happens if we don't get anyone?
We all saw Alexa.
We'll sing a cappella.
Dave Harper, August 14th. Eric Locke on the 20th. David Dunn on the 25th. Seal Bertzel. Oh, she's not 27th. And Nicole Styrer.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you. And they live down in our valley.
Happy birthday, guys, and Courtney, thank you very much for stepping in for Val. Okay, where are the fellowship co-chairs, Megan and Ashley? We have some fun things to do this morning.
Thank you. So as Megan and I mentioned at the Club Assembly, we're going to be doing outside events, but also going to integrate some good old-fashioned icebreakers into our meetings. So this morning, we are going to, within your table, just take a minute or two and go around and say something you accomplished before you turned 18. And then when we come back, we'll have some representative from each table say either the most exciting thing, the most boring thing, the weirdest thing, and we'll share that with each other. So take a couple minutes, go around the table and say something you've accomplished before you turned 18. Go.
Got my permit. I don't know what else I can do for I made it.
I was worried a few times.
What did you say?
I said I made it.
Oh, like made it?
No, I like made it to 18.
Oh, I thought you meant
I paid for my own trip to Germany.
That's great.
That's an accomplishment to France.
Well, you can figure back then with a hell of a lot cheaper.
Then we have the.
So what did you do before you were 18?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is start driving.
Did you buy your own car?
I was about to turn into my car.
Congratulations.
That's
That's at 17?
Yeah, because like my birthday's in summer, so it falls like.
So are you like an October birthday or something?
July birthday, so I graduated in June and then started 17.
Oh, that's right. Did you already say
Yes,
experience?
sign up for No, that was at 19. Oh, everything happened from 19. Built my first car. Yes. I was actually 15.
I was the youngest person at my job to become a key holder. Ooh. Yeah.
A lot of responsibility.
Well, it was, yeah, because it was at Bath and Body Works. You
don't even steal that
do this
lotion.
to anybody who's not outside of high school. I show up to work, I guess. I don't know, but that's not that very exciting. But it's when my years of responsibility really kicked in.
Well, I had that moment you guys might remember outside of Thorny Park, right after before it got as big as it is, there was a restaurant called Eating the Wind. And the family that owned Thorny Park at the time, the Clark family, that happened. Bobby Clark was big into health and fitness. Well, before his time, so the manager that was in charge, I was a dishwasher there. The manager that was in charge of it was left and over something else. Someone else did the job. So Bobby Clark looked at me and said, "You're the manager." I was 16 years old. We averaged 4 customers a week. So when someone came in and wanted a salad, I was like, "Someone run down in the super fridge and get a head of lettuce."
What was the second part of this thing?
That was it. It was just, we need to pick which one we think is the most unique.
I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think
I want to be in charge of this meeting.
Doug built his own car.
Yeah, I think that's really okay.
He's the winner.
Yeah. Mary, you're in charge of the announcement.
What a responsibility. What a responsibility.
We've been delegated.
All right, we're going to bring it back in just so our guests have time to do their speeches. We're going to rapid fire, go to each table, and have someone say something they accomplished before they turned 18. We'll start up here. You're just going to have to speak loud. Yeah, just the most impressive. We don't have time for everybody's accomplishments.
We really not came out, but I think the most impressive thing was that Lexa was still a virgin at 18.
Well, this is gone downhill.
Please hurry up and go. JP, please talk.
The subject came up at our table, and I said, surely no one in this club would be crass enough to reference the V word. But thank you for proving me wrong yet again.
I was only announcing the most impressive thing.
I think the most impressive one came up at our table. Jim Humphrey had a hole-in-one before age 18. On a legit golf course, not like a chip and putter.
Congratulations.
The fact is, I got on the green, on a sloped green. I didn't mark my ball, and my opponent said, I can go around and go up the green and come around you. He hit my ball in. I logged a 1, and he's a 9-0, of course.
All counted. Gentlemen?
We decided we were all 17 before we were 18.
Very impressive. Thank you for creativity. Go to the back table.
Nellie was a soul singer before 18. She graduated at 16.
How about a demo?
We're gonna have you sing a cappella.
With Sue on the piano.
All right, let's go to our table. Mark.
So I was asked to share something about myself, but I'm not comfortable with that, so I'd rather have say something about our guests. So Max has a fantastic debate record of 19-1.
Wow.
And Fenor, she got a Freddie Award for her work in musical. And I forget your first name. And Darcy won a juried art show. So fantastic.
Just a sneak peek of what we're about to hear.
I was 17 and I went to my first punk concert, which was the Vibrators in
Rock on.
Doug built his own car at the age of 15.
Doug built his own car at the age of 15.
Wow.
Nice. And our last table.
For the sake of argument, I think Roger takes the cake. He was in Europe before he turned 18, so he got to travel overseas. And considering he's the youngest at the table, that was an achievement, right?
There we go. Very neat. Thank you all for participating and having a good spirit.
That was awesome. We should probably do that every week, so that we can get our credibility back up at the executive committee table. Okay. Tony, can you come on up and introduce our program for the day?
We have three amazing high school students here with us today. They were all members of the Interact Club. We have Fenorna Coughlin, Darcy Ott, and Max Hafner, and they were either Camp Neidig participants or scholarship winners or both. So they will come up in succession and share a little bit about themselves. Let's welcome them.
So, hello, my name is Fenor. I'm a rising senior at Emmaus this coming year. And so I attended Camp Neidig this past summer. So first off, I wanted to thank you guys for sponsoring my time at Camp Neidig. It was a really amazing experience, and I have you guys to thank for that. So thank you again for that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience there and the things that I learned. Sorry. And kind of what I learned about leadership there and all the rest of that. So when I got there, I was assigned to the Lenape tribe, which is kind of a team building exercise they have there. We spent the entire weekend together. We sat together at meals, all the rest of that. It kind of taught me kind of like a team building exercise of people that I hadn't ever really done before. You know, in life you don't stick with people for 48 hours and never leave their side, sort of thing. And we did problem-solving activities, and we had presentations by leadership speakers. We had like Joe Batista from Penn State. We had a bunch of different really cool leaders who talked about teamwork, and something really important that I took away from that was the importance of listening in leadership, because a lot of the time in school they talk about, oh, you have to have a plan and of course like be open to other ideas, but didn't really talk about the importance of hearing other people's ideas and listening to how they feel about yours. So I think that's something that really helped me grow in my leadership style, and hopefully something that I plan to take back to Interact next year, because I will be luckily serving as a president of Interact. So I'm really excited for that. So I can't wait to bring that back.
We should do lunch. I'll let you know what you're in store for.
Okay. So as well as team building, we also had something called workshop, which is something that I wanted to talk about a little bit. So workshop is something that you spend like 4 to 6 hours a day on. There's like little 2-hour slots, and you can pick from a bunch of different things. So there's yearbook group workshop, and they actually make a yearbook. I can't wait to receive it. I'm gonna get it like in a couple weeks in the mail. There's closing, and there's talent show, and then there's personal reflections, which is the one that I was a part of. And within that, I was in a smaller group that decided to do a project about perspective, which I think is really interesting and to talk about. It's something that I'm passionate about. So talking about how people's experiences over the course of their life shape their perspective, on different issues. And we did a really cool. I pulled up my Chromebook, which I always have with me, and made a little slideshow that we showed everyone, and did some experiments with the campers, being like, look at this picture, and everyone say the one word that comes to your mind, and talk about how those people have different words to say about the same image. You know, we're looking at the same thing, but we have something different to say about it. And that was just something really important to me. I like discussing that. Perspective is an issue that I'm passionate about, so I was thankful that Camp Neidig allowed me to do that. Also, about the speakers. They also talked to us a lot about networking, which I think is something that like Rotary is great for. And I think that it's something that I didn't really know that much about. Like, I'm in the age of technology, so I have people on social media and I talk to people, but it's not the same as networking in a kind of business sense. So it was really cool to talk about that. And I hope to bring that experience to more high schoolers, because I think that's important. So those are some of the things that I learned. I guess I was supposed to talk a little bit more about me and not just Camp Neidig. So I'm an upcoming senior at Emmaus, I said that. I do stage crew, that's what I won the Freddie for. It wasn't for singing, even though I do sing. You guys might have actually seen me, I'm in acapella and a select choir with Emmaus. So when they come at Christmas and they sing for you guys, I am here. So I do know what acapella is, I know.
Our president does.
So I do that, and choir is something I'm really passionate about. And everything that I've learned at Camp Neidig is what I'm going to take back to one leadership experience that I have. I teach piano lessons, so I started my own piano studio out of my house. I've been taking piano lessons for about 10 years. And as well as needing a job, I started it because it was something I was passionate about. I love piano, I love music, and I wanted to share it. So I think that is one specific thing that I'll be taking the skills back to. And yeah, that's me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for sending me to Camp Neidig. It was a really, really amazing experience. Yeah?
Question, were you apprehensive, nervous about going to Camp Neidig, and what was the end result?
I was terrified. I didn't know anyone that was going. There was one other girl from Emmaus, her name is Sophia Yalamis, but she wasn't in Interact. I was only kind of acquaintanced with her. And yeah, it was really scary to go somewhere where you didn't know anybody. There's a bunch of teenagers. You're staying in cabins that don't have AC. There's bunks, there's bugs everywhere. But I think the fact that we're all just kind of packed together and told, go, just you gotta do it. You can't get out of it. By the end, I really miss some of those people because they live hours away, right? So in the end, I think I'm really happy that I did go, even though I was apprehensive about it. And I think it definitely changed me for the better, so I'm glad that I went. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a Q&A. Is there anybody else who has a question? Okay, so that's all I've got. Thank you so much, and please continue sending people. Next up, Darcy.
Alrighty, thanks, Finn. So, I am Darcy, and I will not be talking as much as Finn did. I don't have that much to say. But I first want to express my appreciation for being chosen as a recipient of one of your scholarships. I will be putting that money towards the tuition. At the end of this month, I will be going to Elizabethtown College. I'm very excited. So Elizabethtown College, they have this saying, it's educate through service. So I know that I will definitely be taking this love for outreach in my community to school next year. Actually, on our first day, it's called a first year walk. And so we go and you can either walk through the surrounding communities, or you can do a service opportunity in those communities. So I chose the service opportunity. And so I think that we'll be weeding and planting flowers and maybe even painting houses, which I know sounds kind of boring, but I'm so excited because, I don't know, just seeing and interacting with the community, that's really what this is all about, So I'm very, very excited to do that. So I hope to continue that outreach throughout college, but also keeping my academics in check. Keeping up with academics. So I'll be studying biology at Elizabethtown in the Honors College. So I am hoping to pursue a career in research. So I really like working with microorganisms like bacteria and stuff. So I'm really hoping to conduct some research pertaining to that aspect.
while at Elizabethtown, I also plan on playing the viola with the community orchestra. And I also hope to get involved in the art department, as my one friend at my table said that I was very involved in art in high school, and I hope to continue that involvement in art. I did a concentration of 12 pieces all pertaining to each other, and it was all pretty much, it was the masterpieces, like well-known pieces that, you know, like The Scream and, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so like I did that, and then I put like ocean animals in there, so it was actually really cool, and it did get me the overall best in AP art for the art show, which is, I'm very, very proud of to say that I did that. And then I also, I'm considering playing tennis in college as well. I know I played a couple years in high school, but I want to try to get my academics high before I go for the more sporty. And then lastly, one of my biggest goals for my future is to maintain and spread a positive attitude about everything that I do. I hold that true now, and I hope that, I know I'm proud that it seems I'm very nervous because I am, but I really hope to bring like a smile on my face and hopefully spread it to yours. And I know that having the correct attitude can change your outlook on life. It can change everything that you do. So I really hope to attain that sense of happiness and positivity in everything that I do. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for honoring me with the scholarship that you guys awarded me. It really helped out. So thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Max Hafner, and I'm going to be a freshman at Cornell University. I'm really excited, and I'm really thankful for all of you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this club, for helping me go to Camp Neidig, for giving me the scholarship. I'm really thankful. Interact is one of the organizations I was most involved with in my high school career, and I'm hoping to join Rotaract when I go to Cornell. I believe there's a chapter there. I've been talking to my friend Sandia, who was a member of Interact, very heavily involved, and now she's at Cornell, so I'm going to try and do a lot more service with that. I plan to do a major in government and also a major in philosophy, so I can eventually go to law school and become an appellate judge in the federal judiciary, because I want to fundamentally change the justice system, because I want to fundamentally change the justice system, because I believe it's inherently biased against the defendant, and there's not that much defendant right. So I'd like to essentially try and change that, help people, and use that to change the legal framework. And so use my degree in government, understand that, philosophy, understand the Constitution more, and really I just want to try and change a lot of things, because I think that if we don't try to change the future, try and change our government, try and change our ways as times progress, we're stuck in a system that is just regressive, it's reactionary, and it doesn't truly do justice to the citizens of the United States. So I'd really like to thank you all again for helping me with this. Some background about me: at high school I was very involved in my school's debate team, I was very involved in my school's academic team, and I hope to do similar stuff to that at college, because I'm very competitive and I like having a chance to beat other people. So I'm actually convincing my friend who's going to Temple to join their debate team, because they compete with Cornell, so I can absolutely crush her. So yeah, I'm very excited about that, and I'm really excited I'm going to be in a place where there are so many incredibly intelligent people that I can also beat. So thank you all very much for all the opportunities that you've given me.
Thank you, you three. You truly are inspiring. I mean, even to everyone else who is several decades older than you. You guys are awesome. I love listening. So it's 8:25. Anyone have anything they want to say?
Let's do something a cappella.
Fantastic. Nelly, let's hear some soul. Don't offer information that you don't want used against you. All right, thanks everybody very much. Let's all rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day and a good weekend.